Good evening, everybody. We are here with creative partner Suzanne Connor. She is going to be doing our Friday night sketch challenge. So what we're doing tonight is a Halloween themed, fall themed sketch challenge for our craft-in. Suzanne is going to be using that as a springboard for inspiration as she kind of place to create from there. Suzanne, if you want to introduce yourself, and I'll see if we have some comments going.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Suzanne Connor with Kiwi Lane. Live here in Pennsylvania, and I've been with Kiwi Lane, I don't even know how many years now. So I'm seeing some responses.
Perfect.
And yeah.
We're gonna
hey, everybody. Thanks.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. We're going to have if you noticed when we posted the event, that the sketch itself is in the description. We'll post the sketch again, but what a great opportunity to use this sketch. Perfect. Suzanne has it printed right there. Use this sketch as a springboard into creating kind of the fun Halloween themed layout, because 'tis the season, right? So Suzanne, if you're seeing comments.
I am.
Perfect. Well, I am gonna hop off and let you create.
Well, hello, Kim Krabs. Nice to see you. Hello, everyone. You changing it up, and I'm using my laptop tonight. So hopefully I will see your comments better than in the past. If at any time you can't see something, let me know. For some reason, my iPhone won't spin the other way and let me get everything in at once. But anyway, happy Friday. Glad you are all here. We're going to have some fun. This is the sketch I chose to use as a springboard. It's pretty simple, but be prepared. I'm going to change it up. This one calls for the borders of Aspen Court, fun border chevrons, both 3A and 3B, and the Halloween accessories, 1, 2, and 3. Now, some of you may not have Halloween accessories, so I'm going to use the Halloween and haunted. So if you don't have Halloween and you have haunted, grab it, pull it out, and be ready to go. But if you need a screenshot of this, grab it, and let's get going. The paper I'm going to use tonight is a previous paper pack from Kiwi Lane, Touch of Magic. It's actually my last one, so I'm going to be sad to see this go. It makes a fun Halloween layout. I've already pre-cut some of the paper. This was together. I cut it. I've got some fun words, the polka dots. This can go Harry Potter, some stripes. So we're going to be using that. We're going to use this fun green. I love this color. Green's my favorite. Kind of a muted orangey pumpkin. I'm probably going to use a pumpkin side. Then we have this black bats. So this is just kind of help you if you're pulling in some other paper, because you may not have this. Just showing you these colors, okay? Now, as many of you know, Kiwi Lane in our sets, there's 3 sets in a border set. So this is Aspen Court. Let me pull it over here under the camera. I might need to raise my camera up a little, so let me know, guys. I have to wait for the delay. 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, all come in the Aspen Court set. Tonight, for our creating purposes, we're going to be using 3A and 3B. Okay. Also, we're going to be using chevrons. If you don't have chevrons, perhaps you have Spook Alley. And the chevrons are just what they say they are. They're chevrons. Okay. So it also calls for 3A and 3B. I may change it up and we may go down to 2A and 2B, but we'll see as we create together. I am going to change my camera because it's making me crazy that I cannot see the whole thing at once. So let's just twist this real quick. And hopefully you can see a little better of what I'm playing with. Not sure. Let me know if that's too far away or not far enough. We'll see. All right. Let me know. Okay. So let's play to create. Okay. The layout. First thing I have to do, guys, if you've watched me before, I can't stand it when my paper, this kit also has this back side or the other. I can't stand it when my paper moves away from each other, especially when I'm going to be putting templates bumping up against each other. So I use this mint green tape. I bought it on scrapbook.com. Easy to get, not expensive. Okay, so now that'll stay in place. I won't go crazy anymore. 3A and 3B are the chevrons. Down low. Okay. Aspen Court. 3A and 3B. They match up with A on your right side, B on your left side. They're going to go across the top. Okay, nice and simple. This is a pretty simple layout, not a lot of craziness until I get a hold of it, sorry to say. The sketch, as you see, shows about a 1/2 inch stripe. You can use a straight piece and go through there. If you don't have the strips, you can just cut a little 1/2 inch strip when we get to that point of the color of your choice. Okay. It also, our sketch calls for a 4x6 right here and a 4x6 right here. Now, personally, I don't know about you guys, but I like more photos. I don't generally, especially for Halloween, I don't get a big picture of my kids. So I'll probably be changing that up. I actually don't have any photos to work with tonight, guys. I apologize for that. I've already done all the ones that I have. This calls for a 4x5 over here. You guys able to see okay? If you have any questions, please throw them up. What kit is this? The paper is a touch of magic. It's no longer available. You might find it on the Kiwi Lane on the in search of page. If you get on there, someone may have it available. Okay, so this is what we're to kind of start with, other than the picture is showing, bringing in the Halloween ghost over here. And it's at, having us use Halloween 2 and 3. Okay. All right, I really feel like my page is so out of the way here. I'll try to get up a little further. Okay, let's see. Let me get there. Hi, Arkansas. Woohoo! People from all over. Post-it tape. Yeah, that would work too. I just happened to be watching the show and they had this green mint tape and I was all right. That's thank you for telling me that's better. Trying to get it better. All right. Now, I don't know how many of you don't have Halloween. So if we were going to do it just like this is as the page shows, or actually I use smaller photos. But my little creative juices want to bring this Halloween ghost over here. I actually don't want to use this. I'm going to bring in I just want to show you the haunted set. I love this set. There's a candy, witch's hat, cat, crescent moon, a jack-o'-lantern, and the haunted house. Okay. Now, the other thing that I kind of found while thinking was, in the seasons, we have this tiny little ghost and there's an a la carte bat. Now these are still available. Unfortunately, Halloween is discontinued and it's in the vault. So you're not going to be able to get that. The other thing that we do have available is the Cauldron. So there are plenty here to play with. So, and I know we have pumpkins all over the place, and we have, there was an a la carte ghost. He's no longer available. So guys, this is what I'm going to work with. I'm going to change it up a little. So I'm going to leave this. I'm actually going to pull this out for right now. So I'm going to change it up a tad. I'm going to bring in the house, and I'm going to flip him over because I want his point on the larger side over here. Okay. So he's going to come down here. My photos, I'm going to leave the same. Actually, what I thought I would do is my stripe might go up here to balance my page, and you'll see why when I keep playing here. The other thing I was thinking about doing was I'm going to put my ghost over here down nice and low, but I'm going to bring the jack-o'-lantern in out of Haunted, because these pumpkins to me are more fall, not necessarily Halloween. They were our first ones, but hey, you know, we've gotten better. Now, we don't want to get too much going here, but I also don't really want a 4x6, just saying. So I'm probably going to do a 4x4 or something, or 4x5, bring it down a little. I'm looking for it, sorry. I had it out earlier. I'm probably gonna turn it this way. I'm gonna tuck them down in. Okay, make it yours. If you have your photos, lay them out, however, whatever works for you, okay? And we, of course, can, you know, we can put a little bat in the sky. We can drop a tag in there, and we'll get to that. So let's get started. If you guys are comfortable, if you're ready, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, the first thing I'm going to cut out, I also thought about using this cute little ghost over here. That's right. I knew I had him out for a reason. I'll put these over there. This is, I'm going to use the black bat paper for the house, but we'll get to that. I don't want to do that first, obviously. So the first thing we're going to cut out is going to be the chevron. Now, I personally feel like that's a lot of chevron for me. I kind of want to take it down to the smaller one and just leave myself some room. But then I don't have all the color behind the house. Actually, I want to flip it this way too, so it's starting down, so I'm seeing it. All right, I'll quit changing my mind on you. I'll do this. So I'm going to go ahead and, you know, with Kiwi Lane, it's nice and easy. Put it down. Trace, cut, and replace. And since these fit together like a puzzle, I just draw that line there. Anybody do anything fun today? I guess it's Friday night. This is your fun, right? Yay, thanks for being with me. I'm going to release this real quick. We're actually making this one together, guys. So if you're not, anybody working on something different, or are you working along with me so I know how fast to go or slow? When I was talking to Sonia, she said that they're like, that's snow. I'm like, no snow. I'm not ready for snow. Here in Pennsylvania, we're having beautiful fall weather. It's absolutely gorgeous out. I forgot to put my stripe down the middle, guys. I forgot to, but that's all right. Nice thing is I can go back and do it. Sorry, I'm a little funny about my straight lines. Susan can cut faster and it doesn't bother her. She was like, I'm gonna try to be faster. So we're not here. Well, I don't care. I'll be here all night. So Kiwi Lane, if you guys are following, there's a couple specials going on for the community now. There was a special that was a buy one, get one half off for Kiwi Club members. But now it's been that they've opened it up and it is buy one, get one half off, open to the community of past, I believe it's previous Kiwi kits, the club kits. So if you are not a Kiwi Club member and you want to see what the kits are all about, now is an awesome time to jump on and take advantage of that. I personally love them. Sometimes when they first come, I don't always know what I'm going to use it for, but I have had every one of the kits eventually be like, oh my gosh, that's the perfect set for this, So the paper quality is really, really good. Superb. My favorite. All right, next. I ink. I don't know. Again, I always say inking is your preference. If you like to ink. If you don't have to. Like I said, when I used to teach classes, I always had a page that showed people the difference. I can do that here, how it makes it really stand out and pop and creates the dimension between your layers. Gets that third dimension going. In Pennsylvania, I'm actually an hour from, so Elaine's asking where I am in Pennsylvania. I am actually about an hour north of Pittsburgh. I'm in Mercer, PA. Grove City College is close to us. A little free advertising for Grove City College. Yeah. Does anybody have this paper kit? Or are you all working with something different? I mean, you could use anything. That's why I was showing you just the colors that I had, because it doesn't matter. You can create with a fall layout if you wanted, and whatever you want to use. Where we're putting the spooky house, you could put pumpkins. That's what's fun. We can all create something completely different out of basically the same product. All right, now I'm going to set this in here. Now the next thing I'm going to cut is the aspen court. All right. Now the thing that we have to kind of pay attention to, and it's nice because the paper I chose is the polka dot. So it doesn't really matter. There's no orientation that's going to matter. We just have to remember when we bring it back over to put them in the right spot, but we will. And this is black and it's dark on the other side. So I'm going to pull out my white pencil and just very lightly trace. Make sure it worked. Okay. Put my other one down. Mark it right beside it. So this is where it really comes in handy. I'm gonna take it to my cutter, be right back. It's only right here, so I'm not going far. One cut down the middle, and I have a piece for each side. And we could have played around a little bit more. You don't have to do your layout this way exactly. You can move these designer pieces, the templates, the border sets, anywhere you're comfortable with. On the sides, on the top, on the bottom, straight across, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and ink them. Just a quick, it's dark, so set that one there. Hope I got them in the same spot. If I didn't, we know how to change it. Hi, Oklahoma. My father was from Oklahoma. That's where a lot of my aunts and uncles all live now. Oklahoma City, Ada, Tulsa. Hello, South Carolina. Oh, is it warm there? All right, we're in the right spot. Okay, so we now have our pieces across the top. You can see I'm off a tiny little bit. I'll probably make them match and take it to my trimmer and trim the top of this one off after a bit. All right, now I think that since I have this green down here, I'd really like a strip up there. So I'm going to cut 2 green 1/2-inch strips to put up here. I can just do that very quickly on my trimmer. I don't need anything. Now I'll ink those real quick. Any questions, anybody? Oh, the 70s, that sounds, hey, Cherokee, that's the type of Indian from my ancestry. My grandmother was Cherokee and Choctaw. It's such a small world. All right, pull these out of the way. Set my green up here, and we'll decide where we want those exactly in a little bit. All right. Let's see what else is happening. Oh yeah, before I forget to, the business side of it here. There's also still the pre-order on the sets that are out of the vault. I believe that is Embrace the Moment and Autumn Traditions. Embrace the Moment has one of my favorite. It has that great big that I worked with last week, the big keepsake. That's out of the vault for right now for pre-order. You can order those and you'll have them while they last. Not sure. I think maybe Monday might be the last day for that. So jump on and get your kit if you don't already have it. All right, let us move on to cutting out the house. Now, a lot of times we tell you to flip, but this is dark on both sides. Now, I may trace it on the other side. Well, no, just because then I won't see the white line, because I am going to outline with white. So we've taught you before, if you want it to be like this, slide it off, slide it under, flip your paper over. Then I have the correct orientation that I want for when I'm done. I'm going to use my white pencil so that I can see. And after we're done, when I do it over the other side, I'm going to put either a bright orange or a yellow in the windows. So we'll trace those on the other side when we flip it over. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and release it from the paper, just to make cutting easier. Anybody on here that's new to Kiwi Lane that I need to, explain a little more, go a little slower for anything, please reach, holler, let me know. Nice even strokes, go into your corners, the back of your scissors, rotate, come out. Don't have to be a perfect cutter. Whenever we ink, it'll clear up, it really is amazing how much inking will hide any imperfections. And as my father would have said, can't see it from up here anyway, so he was funny. Man he had a saying for everything. If you got cut, he'd always tell you it was a long way from your heart. He was a very caring man, don't get me wrong. He was wonderful. He just always tried to make light. All right, so now you see I have that white. No, I don't want to see it. I flipped it over. Now I'm going to ink it just quickly. As I've said before, I always ink as soon as I cut, because if I don't, I set it down. I get talking and doing stuff, I forget to go back and ink. When I'm doing these types of places, I come from underneath, because when I try to do it on top, I always get splotches everywhere. So I do it from underneath. All right. I'm going to bring this back up, put my template back on top of it, and just lightly use the pencil. I am going to put other stuff in here. If I was good with the, what's that knife called? I would, I thought about putting like yellow cellophane under it. I thought that would be really fun. Okay. The other thing I'll probably do here, we'll get that done in a minute. I'll finish going. So the next thing was in this kit was a card kit. I'm not going to use the card kit, but I found there one of the things was white. So I already went ahead, and so that I would have a moment to look at and answer any of your questions, I traced the large ghost and the small ghost. So if anybody has, the spooky templates that I have are from a couple different things. This large one is from Halloween, which is no longer available. It's in the vault. Maybe someday it'll come out. This small one is out of the new Tiny Seasons, and I pulled it in. But mostly what I've been using are out of the haunted accessory kit. Because I tried when I saw, like I said, when I saw the sketch, I thought that maybe, I generally see a lot of people asking for Halloween when they're wanting to buy it. So I wasn't sure who all would have it. And so I went with these other ones. So I'm going to release this. Cindy, did that, do you have haunted or that? You can order just the templates. If you go to kiwilane.com, you can get on there, create an account, and then you can order. You can order just templates. You can order just paper. We have a wealth of information on the site. You can watch past videos. There's all kinds of videos and learning. Now, I will tell you, we're growing, so bear with us as we have growing pains if the website is crazy or whatever, but there's a wealth of information. There's a community that you can get involved with, and there's a bunch of different groups within the community, from card makers to DIYers to goodness gracious, I don't even know how many. There's a place where you can buy and sell and trade older, like kits that were out, maybe one that somebody no longer wants, or they need, they have two of, so they're willing to part with one or whatever. So yeah, it's great. I tell the story that my friend Peg, who's on here watching, hi Peggy. I kind of got back into scrapbooking when my daughter was playing volleyball, and the junior class would make scrapbooks for the seniors. And, of course the girls were busy and don't have enough time. So they would enlist the help of us moms. And so I had scrapbooked when my girls were younger, and then, busy raising your kids. And so hadn't done it for a while. And so anyway, that kind of got me back into it, but I was way out of touch with what was current and happening. So anyway, Peg told me to get online and Google kiwilane.com. And I did. And if you do that, one of the things I love, there's a lot of things I love about Kiwi Lane, but one of the things I love is that they share freely. And every layout we make, every layout they make, it is out there. You can recreate it. Feel free to be inspired by it and make it yours. Just like this one. I'm not doing exactly as do all of you know this, the sketch we're working off of? That I showed it earlier, but I can show it again here while I'm cutting this out. This is the sketch. This is the sketch challenge that we're working off of, that I used as my springboard to change it up and make it mine. So you can, you can see something, be inspired by it, and then make it your own. Normally for me, it's the photos that are my springboard. I see the photos and then I I scrap to bring out the best in the photos. So, and now my poor granddaughter will have to just, get her picture taken so that I can scrap her on this page. But this is what we started with. And this is where we're at now. Okay. What is a springboard? That's just me, meaning my brain jumping off. Kim, what is this spring? It's me jumping off. My brain taking off, going, all right, here's where I started, and this is where I'm going to finish up. So it's not really anything physical. It's just my idea getting cooking. Okay, so we have our little ghost, and then he has, actually, I'll just go ahead, pull him back in. I just think he's so cute. I really enjoy the little things because, like I said, I'm really about trying to get as many photos on a page as I can without it looking like, a giant, everything just photo. But, and I just use I tend to use a number 8. These are micro tip pens, just archival ink. I got Amazon. It's a whole set I picked up for not much. But when I'm working, number 8 keeps me from having to do stuff a lot. But isn't he the cutest little thing? Okay. Thanks, Peg, you little sweetie pie. Oh my gosh, my own personal cheering section. All right. Now, I want to try something I've never done before tonight. And I thought maybe you guys would want to try it with me. I only ever use vintage photo ink to ink with. True story. Okay. But I thought tonight, I really think we need something spooky for in our house windows. So I pulled out, I had bought my granddaughter some little ink pads. And this is an orange. It's called Spiced Marmalade, distressed ink. And I'm thinking I'm going to cut the windows out of the yellow, but I'm going to ink them with the orange. Don't normally ever do that. This is new. So I'm going to go ahead and trace out my windows so that we can decorate up the haunted house here. And the door. I just have to make sure I have enough room. I'm going to run the windows all beside each other, less cutting. Yeah, Pinterest is another great place, Jessica. Pinterest can be dangerous. Get on there, my mind can go crazy. Honestly, anywhere. I can go to the store, which obviously we all aren't doing much of these days, but I can go there and get a lot of ideas. All right, now I don't know if the windows are all the same size or not. I'm gonna cut them loose here, set that down. I'm going to try to keep them in the order that I drew them, just so that when I glue them on, I know they fit. All right, so let's got a different dauber. I might go ahead and, you don't have to worry about pencil lines. I know if you've watched Susan, she tells you that because the ink the ink covers it up, blends it away. I'm also going to pull out some liquid glue. when working with little things. Sorry, my bottle is older. It likes to clog up. So a little bit of liquid. Let's see what we think. I think that gives it a little haunted look. What do you guys think? A little better than just plain yellow, right? Just didn't have in this kit anything with that color. So, and you could probably run a little more on top. Good, good, good. Thanks, guys. All right. Yeah, I mean, I just saw that. I was like, oh, it just needs a touch more color. It was too pale yellow. All right, now I'm going to cut out the door. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Oh, hope your cat's okay. I hope it's just a checkup. All right. Yeah. Hey, Kim, I see you're on here. Did you happen to see? I think you maybe did comment on the picture I did last week of our class senior trip. I'm going to put a doorknob. Okay. Okie dokie. I do have yes. I have. Oh, don't have it right here, so I'm gonna have to cut a circle by hand. All right, we can do it. A lot easier if we cut away a big piece of the paper. Any of the rest of you feel like you can't cut a circle? I know I do. I tend to always gravitate to sorry you weren't with us, Kim. I'm glad you saw it. I've had that picture floating around my stuff. Well, I know you know how many years it's been floating since 1980. Been floating around in my stuff, and I'm like, I need to do something with this. All right, let's slide that into place. Now, I don't know, but I can't leave that house just plain, right? I'm gonna have to break out a Jelly Roll pen. Just some nice, you know, just little stitches just to give it some definition. You use whatever type of stitch you're comfortable. You could use dots, you could wiggle it, you can do anything you want. And you can mix them up. You don't have to do all the same thing. Remember, it's an old haunted house. Some things aren't going to be perfect on an old haunted house. My mind is seeing a spider web, but I don't have it hasn't come to me yet how to create that. All right. A little crazy there. I'm going to outline my windows just for a little dimension. Few dots across the bottom, and I'm going to start gluing a few things down because they're just moving on me and it makes me not happy. All right. So before we go any further, I'm going to grab my tape and I'm going to throw a couple pieces across the middle. I want this down pretty low, maybe 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. Let's get him secured so it quits moving around on us. There, my little. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I love a challenge. Let's change it up. That just makes me happy. All right, now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here and I'm gonna get these top ones also in place. I'm not going to put any tape across the bottom in case we decide to, we decided we had to tape this one first because they're a little different. All right. And I need to cut a tad off of that one when I'm done. So I'll get this one in place. Perfectly placed right there. A lot of times I'll pull so that I know that I'm staying right on. Okay, this one's ready to roll. I'm gonna match it at the bottom. So I'm gonna start in this corner so that when I'm done, it matches. Pull it across. Now for my 2 stripes, I'm gonna hold them up kind of high. I just want a little color up there. Help balance my page. There, get this stuff down and we can move on to the other things. Okay, get a couple things back in place where they belong. So we can, now, we left this so we can tuck things. I love to tuck photos. Our bat's gonna get there. Okay, now let's see, does Quirky have a face on it that we could use on our ghost? These are our Quirky stencil sets, and usually they have letters and flowers and hearts, but I don't know that I want a happy ghost. I could just use the eyes. I could use this eye to make eyes on my ghost. So let's pencil it and see if we like it. Because if we pencil it and we don't like it, we can change it. We'll just draw 2 eyes. If you don't have Quirky, and I think I'm just going to do eyes. I'm not going to do anything else. Okay, it works. So back with my little black pen. Quick little fill in. Okay. Okay, if you don't have these come in handy. I didn't use them for a long time. And once I started, I use this little tail a lot for when I'm doing like a birthday theme or something. It makes a great balloon trail or something. But yeah, that's Quirky. And the other one is called Scenic Route. It's part of the Scenic Route set, which may have been, I hate to say, a club kit. So if you're not a Kiwi Club member, All right. Now, before I don't think I'm going to pop him up. We're just going to leave him. See why I don't, yeah. Just a little bit of color to give him a little more shade. I'm going to pop him up with a few pop-ups. I love pop-ups. They give great dimension. I'm going to put the lid on my glue because it gets dry fast enough. All right. All right. Are we having fun? Yeah, I'll bring the house up. Absolutely. Tell me. I can't see, so you tell me. I'll wait a second. Lisa, can you see? It's a little hard for me. I can't see where it is until it's a delay, so. You good? All right, I'm putting back down. Taking the, wow, I was multitasking there. You know, it's already, the time flies. So, Ghost, tuck him into the corner. I'm gonna tuck him as far as I can. I want him over there. Okay. This little guy, isn't he cute? He has just a, he's like, ah. All right, we're gonna set that there for now. Okay, somebody is trying to call me. Sorry for that. They can't call me right now. They forgot. Okay, now, okay, Lisa, glad you could see it. All right, now, let's cut out this pumpkin and get him in there. Now, I kind of wish I had something a little brighter, but I think we may do the same thing we did to the yellow. We may make it brighter. So this is a strip that was along the top. I'm going to trace these guys real quick while I'm holding it. If any of you have toddlers or grandchildren and they come over and they need something to do, I have a 4-year-old granddaughter that the first time we sat down, and she loves to come to my scrap room with me, but the first time she came and she traced, I give her simple things, you know, the circles or heart. She was making a card for her mommy. She was all over the place, you know, but it is amazing how quickly, we're just giving her things to trace, she has learned and developed that. We've made leaves to put like on a fall, whatever you call it, across the fireplace, mantle, swag. We, today we're going to Disney for Christmas. And today she was cutting out Christmas ornaments out of the tradition set, you know, like the candy cane and the joy ornament. And I'm trying to think what else she cut out. Oh, the gingerbread man. And it was amazing to me in just that short amount of time we've been doing that. How? And then I said to her, oh, well, you need to outline them. So I gave her a pen. She's like, she couldn't. And I said, watch. And I showed her real quick. And she just grabbed that pen and went to town. You know, we just teach them young. They lose those inhibitions, you know, just do it. So, but her cutting is getting better. She's got a ways to go, but she's doing good. So anyway, some food for thought. If you have, you know, grandkids and they're bored, break out some cheap paper or some felt. I bought that hard felt. You know, I got it on sale. Joann's. I think it was 50 cents a sheet. Oh my gosh, I'll have it for the rest of my life. My kids will probably be going, Mom, what in the heck? But it's great. Every time I buy anything anymore, I think, oh my gosh, my kids are going to kill me when they have to throw this away. All right. So I put some brown on there. And isn't that just boring? Come on, let's be real. Let's just play this guy up a little. See if we can get a little color going. I'm actually laying my dauber. I use a dauber, a little flat, and kind of pulling it into the middle of the pumpkin. And then I believe I do have an orange, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Is it too bright? I was thinking of cutting the eyes out of in the mouth and out of the orange, trying to bring some color into this Halloween page. That this is just a little too washed out for me for a Halloween page anyway. Thanks, Elaine. Too bright? That's what I was thinking. Thanks, Lisa. Well, don't worry. I'll do what I did on the other one. I'll cut them out. I'll cut it out of probably the same color and do the orange again and brighten it up. Or I could do black, trace it with black. We'll cut a little green stem. So he's going to live there. See, he's just so dull to me. Oh, yeah. But anyway. All right. We need a bat. Our bat. We need to cut out our bat. I'm going to cut him conveniently out of the bat paper. See if I can see my pencil mark. It's really hard. Okay, I'm getting the vote, so go black on the pumpkin. Okay, guys, I'm going to do it. The nice thing is, you know, if I go black and I don't want, you know, that's cool, is I can put paper over it whenever I find pictures to scrap if I need to adjust the colors at all. Okay, cutting out my black bat. Now there's so much else here in this kit, and we can still keep adding so many fun little things. There's candy, you know, we could put a couple pieces and some bright colors up across. I think, you know, just depends on how much you want to do to it, or how many photos you need room for. You know, I'm kind of working with, I don't know how many photos I need, but generally, I mean, 6 or 7 at least, you know, by the time you take a picture of the grandkids alone, depending on how many grandchildren you have, one of them with their friends, one of them doing something silly, one of a really cool house they were at, or, you know, I just never know. So I like room for photos. Now, sometimes when I do not sometimes, always, when I do a layout ahead like this, if I cut matting and I put it on the page, I do it with the repositionable adhesive, so that if I do have to change it, I can, not a problem. Since Halloween's not far away, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll be ready for our Halloween photos. I believe she told her mother she wants, no, we might have to, oh, she wants to be a plastic pumpkin. That'll be fun to try to make. Okay, everybody working along, doing okay? Yeah, the kit, this is an a la carte. This is a bat. It's the a la carte. I think he's, you know, $3, $4. Not expensive at all. Not much to ship these ones either because they're so light. If you ever have any suggestions for anything you want to see, you know, any kind of, you know, throw them in, throw them up, throw up the suggestions, because we'll try to get it brought together. Okay. All right, black. I could have grabbed some paper, but I'm just going to color him in because I don't have any black paper right beside me. Could have just traced it, but I don't really have anything that looks like light. I'm just going to color it in. I have to find some green or something to make the stem. So do you guys all use the same color of ink all the time, or do any of you use different colors of ink to ink your pages? You know, to like say if you're doing something that's green, you ink with green, or if you're doing something, you know, yellow, you use yellow or blue. Or are you guys non-inkers, or are you like me and you use like one color just because it's easy? Anybody have any? Sharon, you use different colors? I've seen some people do it. This is the first time I've tried it. I really like the brightness of the orange on the around the windows. Oh, navy. Elaine, you use navy. I love navy. Like I said, and you'll see me do it. I mat with navy. I do a lot of my matting because I just feel like no matter what picture I put on, navy goes with it. Okay. Let's see. Now, let's play a little. I found this little, it says, there is magic in the night when pumpkins glow by moonlight. I thought about this guy up in here between these couple pictures, and I thought about tucking this tag. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it out. It was one of the sentiments in the kit. And it's a tag. I don't know if you guys have tags, if any of you have them, but my favorite things are tags and brackets. I probably don't make a page that there isn't one of the tags or brackets on it somewhere. Actually, I had thought about earlier putting the spider, like the Halloween spider web, but unless I'm changing out the photos, I just felt like, oh, we're getting a lot going on here. You know, it's too much. You know, now if we take that away. The other thing is I'm limited with the colors that I have. If I had a nice white and I could do that, maybe draw a spider web on there. I thought that might be fun, but I didn't do it. The other thing we could do, see guys, the creativity just doesn't stop. You could flip it upside down. That looks cute. And you could put little photos in it. You know, it's down as low as you can. You could put little photos in it. You know, you might be able to get 3 across there if you needed to, or 1. Or this could be where your title is, and you have, you know, 3 little photos down here, because this guy can come way down here. He doesn't need to be up there too far. Sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. We can even tuck, we could tuck a 3x4 in here. A 3x4 and a 3x3. Still have room for another one. Oh, that's cute. Guys, what do you think? reading some of your comments. Don't mind me while I do that. Just making sure. Oh, orange on the sun. That's great. Love that, Elaine. Liz uses different, somebody. You like it? You like the new arrangement? Okay, I like it too. Isn't it fun how things just come? You know, and we have the tag that we can either use or not use. We can put something around it, but that's fun. I'm gonna have to come up with a color though. I guess I could cut it out of this, and that would make a fun little. Let's just try it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to try some color around this one too. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so I'm going to release it again just so I can get in there easier and cut. And these are all points, so I'll drop them. I will cut straight through and drop them off just to keep my points nice and crisp. I just get going and I can just get lost. I just can lose all track of time, especially if I start doing a lot of pen work. I have a tendency to like to do that. But that's what I enjoy, so it's okay. It's my page, I can do whatever. You know, I'm not in a race to get it done. There's no race. So, I also can't make my fingers work. All right. I think that would be cute up there with that, and even pulling him in. Well, and I don't have to pull him in at all. So, but this little haunted set is really fun to work with. It's very versatile. So if you don't have a Halloween haunted set, I recommend it. Okay. And you could spread these out too. So if you have a lot of things going on in the photo, you could get a bigger photo in there. You can probably still get a 4x5 in this spot if you need it. And really, there's plenty of room for a 4x5 and a 3x4, and still, so that you can get lots in there. I like that. I like it. I like it, I say. All right. Now, coming over here, the bat can go. Now, let's move this over a little because I don't know if you guys are seeing the whole. I really wish my camera would work a little better that way. Let's play with this side a little bit. Whenever I'm layering it this way and one thing's already popped up, I will pop one up and then just tape the other one to the one. Okay. So that is down. The bat is here. All right. Let's see. What else do we have fun we can do? I see this done. I'm not usually a fan of it. I don't know why. I just don't necessarily love, but it might work out on this one. Okay. Let's peek, see what colors we have here. Well, I have a lot of black that I can use to make my mats. So I think that I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we have a 4x5. which I make them just about 1/4 inch. I don't do the 1/2 inch matting. I don't particularly care for it. For me, I do on some of my photos. I won't say I do it on all. I also ink my mats just because of the white. I just do a real quick ink. So we're going to take this one out. I'm going to slide this in there. Now, because I have this one, I may not would do that one, okay? So this is a 4 1/4 by a 3 1/4 mat. And this, where I would put this would depend on my photo. So, you know, you put your photo in there, you move it around, or you can keep it up and you can still fit it up into here. You could turn it, you could tuck it that way. But for right now, I'm just going to set it. I am not going to glue these down. And if I do, it'll be with temporary. See what size I have left here. I have a 3 1/2 by a 4 1/4. So if I make it, I'll have another 3 1/4. So these two little buddies can come up in here. Now what's fun, we could put something here. We have a spot. We have that little piece of candy. You know, this is where, you know, this is where some of the fun accessories really come in. If you don't want, you know, this could come over here, he could come over here. We're balanced. We're balanced. We've got weight over here, weight over here. So we don't really have to do anything crazy. If you wanted to get some more photos in this layout, okay? So this is whatever you want to do, okay? I'm going to move a few things out of the way here. So the other thing that we have, and it is an a la carte, and I believe it is still available, is the Cauldron. Did I show that to you? You could always throw, you know, him in there. We've already used the bat. If you have the house and you want something else, there's the cat. With the bat over here. We also have, I can't pick anything up with my fingers tonight, sorry. The Crescent Moon, you know, it could be up here. He could come around, you know, it really depends on how many pictures you want and where you're gonna put them. See what I didn't do? I didn't ink that, guys. See, I lay it down. Told you if I ink it, if I don't ink it. I will forget. Okay. Moon behind the bat. Ooh, yeah, see, I think I like that. Do I ever round the corners of my photo mats? Jessica, it would depend. I have worked with some older photos that, yes, I absolutely did. And that it really just depends on my layout. Sometimes, you know, I round a lot of things and sometimes I don't round any. Well, I probably tend to, I would have to say I don't more than I do. Okay. Let's see. I really like the little piece of candy here. And I think that it would look cute either in the dots. If I find where I hit them. I may have used most of them. There they are. There it is. There it is. It's pretty universal in size. So, or, you know, it's not like it's going to matter which way I lay this out and cut it. I really, and my friend's gonna hear me say this, I feel like I need a pop of color in here. I don't have, there's nothing in this kit that does it. So I might have to search elsewhere. Although I'll look on the cards that are here that came with it. This is one of the earlier layout kits where they had a lot of sentiment cards on a whole sheet. And so sometimes if I'm not using that sentiment, I can use the colors around the sentiment on my page, like I did for the windows. I've already made my Halloween cards. Bright orange for the candy. I thought about that too. Thanks, Jessica. I did. I thought about that and I was like, well, but it might just be perfect since it's a whole piece. And it'll look good layered with this. So I'm going to ink this up. And we're going to definitely, I'm going to do some pen work on this. It needs some definition. And I'm going to pull it out and do it in white. So let's see. I'm probably just going to make squiggly lines. And I'm going to make it look like this candy wrapper is, how a candy wrapper is. Candy. So I just kind of play, squiggle. I actually may, there's no right, no wrong. Okay, so I'm going to set that one down. And let's go for it. Let's see if we put some orange here, we're going to have to bring some orange over here. So I've got to make sure I save enough room, enough of this orange to do that with. We've got to stay balanced. Except we just get, this paper has so much dark to it. All right. In my stockpile paper, I have some colors somewhere. I just have to go digging, and I don't want to take up your time digging. So, I might have to come back to that later. I can always piece something together too. Just like we cut the rings and stuff. You can put two pieces of paper together and tuck it under something and make it work. Sorry, for some reason I'm feeling like I need to concentrate when I'm cutting this. These are the colors that I have left. See, everything's kind of dark. Not feeling it for this layout anyway. I mean, I don't mind dark, but I will say too, it is just a little harder without. How's everybody doing? Creating light along? Any questions? Anything you want to know about Kiwi Lane? I'll try to answer it. Okay, we're going to use a dark pen for this one. This is my number 5 pen, since this is a little smaller. fun. You can just doodle away, however it is for you. There's no right, no wrong. All right, let's see how these two little colors look down here. Making sure that I inked these well. The bats go up and down, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of temporary tape. It's just my semi-permanent so that they stay in place. Candy getting thrown. Inking the sides of this one. Can't believe I caught it. We still have that bat to decorate up. We still have ways to go. We have some things to do. It takes me longer on a live than it does when I'm doing it for myself, that's for sure. All right, oh, those are cute, but you know what they need, guys? A pop-up. Oh yeah, let's pop them up. I think I buy pop-ups by the vat. It's kind of almost like I'm just looking like they're thrown there, huh? All right, let me, since I have mats for everything else, I'm going to go ahead and do a 3 1/4 run here and see what I can get. Now, on some of these, when I go to do it, depending on what color the photos are, I would be very tempted to double matte, you know, like get some color in there. Like I would maybe double matte on here with an orange or something, okay? All right, we like him, he's staying. I'm gonna give him forever home. Now, I almost feel like that would have been cute over there, but there is magic in the night. That is way too big for there. So my tag just probably isn't coming with us. Let's see, what else do we have here? Life holds spooky Halloween night. I'm looking at the, I'm actually looking to see where I can steal some color from. Okay, let's see if we can make this happen. Probably not going to be able to, but never say never. It's funny how you just keep moving it and it doesn't get better. Hey, you guys sticking with me? How we doing out there? Anybody have anything created? You gotta love a yellow moon. Let's just see if I can make it work. This is thin paper and this may get replaced later, but hey, we can give it a try. And this is just a piece of scrap paper out of my scrap drawer that sits right beside me. I just reached in there and found yellow because, you know, moon's yellow, right? And I have enough of it to put something on the other side. Now, I'm really bad about titles for my pages, and especially when I don't have it done, but you know. Okay, Mr. Bat, that sure makes you pop. Nice, good suggestion there, Peg. Oh my gosh, you're sitting and waiting for a flight? Is it Jenna or Gina? Gina. Wow. Wow. Well, I hope you have a good book. Well, never mind. I'm glad you don't have a good book to read. You can watch us. All right. Now, since we have this over here, let's bring something over here. Let's get some of that yellow on this side. Now, let's think outside the box. When I see this, I see a shadow of the door, but I don't know that I can pull that off. I need to get some yellow up here. I've got the cat. We have more candy. This is where I tell you I love brackets, because this is where typically you would title your page, okay? We can do a bracket, go in any direction, or we can do a tag. And we can bring a tag down and just underneath, it would be under there. So it would, you know, breathe there. Da, da, da. Best laid plans sometimes. Doesn't matter which way you lay the tag. And this is, you know, you can use it to put the date, you know, some names. Everything else on here is kind of dark. But you figure you start putting some white photos. Let's just do a, for instance, you know, you put a photo in there. That's going to change the look. You know, it's going to brighten this page up a lot. You guys participate and take pictures and put them online in the challenges ever? Try to win. I don't know that there's any kind of prize tonight, but like a lot of times whenever they put up a there was nothing mentioned. You know, when there's a sketch challenge, they, a lot of times there's a $25 store credit or whatever. You know, I try to participate. I forget to post stuff. I'm just doing too many things, but I'm going to get better. You're going to see me get better. I'm trying to do more lives, trying to post my photos after I do the live. Because I love to scrapbook. I love to do the story. I love to walk down memory lane. I just love it. It's a good pastime. It's a good hobby. All right, let's snag another candy, huh? I'm gonna get some of this orange over there. Sometimes if it doesn't fit one direction, if you just keep playing with your template, a lot of times if you just flip it over or whatever, it might either work better or worse. So I just keep wiggling them around. And you know, if one corner isn't perfect, nobody is ever going to know but you. Okay, and you can adjust when you're trimming to make it work. But you want to keep, if you've used a color on one side, you want to try to balance and use it on the other side. You know, it makes it more pleasing to the eye. And my template wiggled. Okay. I don't know if you all have noticed, as I'm working, when I'm done with a template or that, I throw them back into this container because, you know, I have my garbage right beside me. I have knocked things off the table and had to go dumpster diving to find my templates. And I just like working with it. And I know where everything is then. I don't have to go searching around on the table for it or worried that I threw it away. It's a good habit to get into. It's one that you have to kind of start early or you won't have that habit. And especially now that they've been coming out with smaller pieces, it's really easy to knock them off the table. One of my favorite brackets that I use a lot is that real tiny one from Groovy. It's nice for, say, like if one of these pages was a different child or, you know, a place that you wanted to document. I love this template to be able to put it, you know, on top of it, you know, or, you know, beside it or wherever to talk about that one in particular. I try to think a little more long-term as I've been doing some family old photos, and when we don't know who they are, I figure, you know, yes, right now I know who these people are in these photos, but, you know, 30 years from now, like some of these ones that were 50 years from now, because some of these ones that I've done that were from my mother. Thanks, Alicia. Appreciate the compliment. Anyway, the photos from my mom, you know, we've had to scramble to see who all they were or what. Now, thankfully, my mom had written who a lot of people were on them. So huge blessing for us. All right, some little pen work again, just some squiggly lines. You know, this is a candy wrapper. It doesn't have to be, you know, it's not going to be perfect. I'm just going to put a quick line at the top and bottom just for line through the middle. Sometimes, you know, I just do them all a little different, but I figure these ends are twisted. You know, this is a twisted candy. Okay, so, you know, another one, a little bit of fun pen work. Okay, now I'm going to pop this one up too, real quick. And then we'll do some finishing touches. And is there anything else? Okay, so just, you know, now, because I don't have these definitely in place, I want to be careful where I put this. When you're doing that, especially like me, I don't have my photos. So if you don't have your photos, watch where you position those little foamies, because you might not be able to get your photo in there later. Okay. So just be mindful of that. All right. Let's get this guy going. Then we'll get that bat prettied up. Now, don't be, you know, they don't have to lay perfect, you know. Now, a lot of times I would do something on here, but I don't feel like I need to with the black. There's definitely, boom, you see it. I don't have to do anything to help draw some attention to it. This, I feel like I do. This little guy needs stuck down a little better, since I'm not going to put anything underneath it. Stick him down. I'm going to put him in there. Now you saw when I had him in there, had him on a little bit of an angle. I like angles, but that's my personal preference. Say it doesn't fit, doesn't matter. So I'm going to tuck this candy right over that corner, and you'll never know. Okay, so that's where you can do your journaling. For right now, even though it has dots, I'm going to dot it just to create some definition. Now, some of you may have done it with a colored ink, which would have been pretty cool. I thought about it, about doing and I found that the more I just relax and do this and quit worrying about where each dot went, it actually goes smoother. When I was uptight about it and worried about it, they would be crooked and not in line, and I would go nuts. But now just that cute little bit, and we can put some journaling on there once we have that. Let's get our little, let's get our house up. Let's get it put up. Again, if you're putting, you know, these pop-ups on and you're going to maybe try to slide something under it later, just be mindful that, you know, when this is going down here, you know, if you don't put something here, you can still slide something under it. And I was showing you off camera, I'm sorry. Be mindful, this is this way. If you want to slide anything under this or under, you got to watch, because once you put these on, it's hard to slide anything under them. They get in the way. Okay. Pull all the little tabbies off. It's so fun to create, isn't it? Oh, Amy, congratulations on winning the $25. Yes, I wish I would have kept them out. I just put them away. I made a ton of cards that weekend. Ton of cards. All right, where I originally had him kind of floating in there. What do you think? All right, let's go over here. Let's let him just settle for a little bit. I'm going to, now sometimes when I have something where I like it, so I don't lose where that was, I will pencil it, okay? I'll mark like the corners so that I can bring it back in, okay? Now I had it a little bit over the bat and a little bit, okay? So I won't put any tape too crazy. I can always put some glue or something down. So see, I have my mark, if you can see it, and I have my mark here. Excuse me. Okay. Now my happy little bat, which goes this way. But I don't know. I kind of like him all black because bats are black. You know what I mean? I don't really want to do a lot to him, but I am going to do just a little, just to set him up. Told you, I can get crazy with the pen work. All right, now, one other little thing I'm going to do with him is I'm going to half pop him up. I'm not going to pop him up all on the whole way across. I'm going to pop him up just on one side. So he's going to come up but I'm going to tape him down on the other side. So a little bit of tape on this side. So I left that, so that's where he's going to go, okay? So let's pop these off. Red eyes. Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. I'll have to find something red. So that just gives him that little bit of a flight look, do you think? Just popping him up like that. So it just kind of gives that dimension. Okay, so we've got all that. I'm going to just temporarily, this is just the temporary tack. So things will stay put. And this is one of those situations where I honestly would probably do a little more once I put my pictures in, because I'll know more what I want to do. Oh, he's white on the front, black on the back. I have both colors of pop-ups. It just really doesn't matter. That's where I started with him. And I think that's the consensus. Red eyes. Okay, what can I guess I could put a white down and then put a red on top of it, because I don't know that I have a red that would, unless I guess if I found a tiny little hole punch. Oh, what am I thinking? I don't know that I have red enamels that are that small. I have a red pen somewhere. Okay, I think everybody is stuck down. Now I will do get my pen working. Just a little squiggly line, because you know this is a scary picture. We don't want straight lines. I don't. Sometimes when I'm working like this, I almost feel like I'm left-handed. Just, I don't know why. Okay. This is the one that had a little too much. I'm going to take it to the trimmer and trim it down to the correct size so they match. Okay. What do you think? Can you guys see everything? Anybody have any questions? You know, up here I would put my header. You can still add a couple things. I think we're pretty balanced. Page 1. Thanks, Jessica and Alicia. Thanks, Margaret. Okay, guys. Anybody have, thanks, Kim, Lisa, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I'm getting a little less nervous getting on here doing this, doing it a little more often. Anybody have anything they have any questions about, or they'd like to see a class on so that we can, you know, get it in the lineup? Any, your photos will fit right in there. So nice. This will still tuck, look at that, 3x3. You could still, if you had extras, you could cut a couple small ones down and put them down here, a couple of 2x2s or something. But thanks, guys, for creating with me. Again, let me remind you that there is the buy one, get one half off of the Kiwi Club kits, the club kits that are in the overstock. I believe I'm correct on that. A Thanksgiving layout. Okay. I actually just did one. Let me go pull it over and see if I still have it right here. Buy it in the community, everybody, while they last, can get some. It's a great opportunity to save half price on a kit. I just was working on this one the other day. It's not actually completed. This is from the fall harvest. Putting together, this is the new pumpkin, that came in. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. You'll see here with my pumpkin, I didn't really want to do another color. So I cut out the same material and popped it up to give it some dimension. And then I used the leaves and put some stuff on them. Ink is the stuff, silly me at this hour. Okay. This one, I used the new little mushroom and the new tinies from the Tiny Seasons in there. So this is from the newest Kiwi Club kit. Love it. I have it right here, I think. Things always jump and hide whenever I'm wanting to show you things real quick. But honestly, I don't know if you guys all have, you know, some Kiwi Lane or anything, but I love it. If you love to cut paper, this is so relaxing. I just relax. I still have some photos to do this one. The one that's supposed to go in here is a picture of my brother when he was a superintendent or principal riding a donkey backwards. But anyway, I was just working on it. It's set to the side. I'm not done with it, but okay. So fall is, yeah, my favorite color is autumn, right? Isn't that how the saying goes? All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will put Thanksgiving on my list, and perhaps next week we can do some work if there's an open one that I can jump on and do some pumpkins and some trees and do an autumn fall Thanksgiving layout. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. All right. Well, I'll see you next time. And like I said, don't forget, jump on. It's a great time. Take advantage of some Kiwi clubs. And everyone be safe and be blessed. Thanks for sharing your time with me. Good evening. Goodbye.